Hey everyone, Jessica Edwards in Wilmington, North Carolina. I want to talk about repair request. If you're a buyer or seller, inspections done on the property, the buyer typically submits a repair request requesting that specific repairs are completed in accordance with what is found on the inspection report. These are not meant to be cosmetic items. So if you're a buyer, you can't expect to, get an inspection report back and then ask for things, just because something looks old or looks at the end of its life. If it's functioning as intended, you really don't have any right to ask for that to be replaced. So, sometimes you'll see where buyers, just because an air conditioning unit is maybe old and rusted, or a water heater or whatever, they want that replaced because, it looks like it's only going to last another 6 months. Well, looks like would be the key word. If it's functioning as intended, the seller's not required to have to replace things just because they look old or they don't look good, or it's, getting towards the end of its life. Yeah, that air conditioning unit or that water heater or whatever, it may last for 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 years. If it's working fine and functioning as intended, that's what you have to keep in mind. I would suggest if you're a buyer and you put an offer on a property and there's things that you see that are cosmetic, stain on the carpet, anything like that, holes in the walls that you want repaired, you put that in your offer to purchase. You can't wait until you do a repair request for items that are actually not functioning as intended and then stick those cosmetic items on there. The seller doesn't have to do any of those things. So keep that in mind if you're a buyer. You put an offer on a property. When you walk through that property and you fall in love with it, before you make that offer, you need to see if there are any items you want to include in your offer to ask for to be fixed or handled or taken care of or replaced or whatever that are cosmetic. Deal with it on the front end, not during the process, because during the process the seller really doesn't have to do any of that if it's cosmetic. So these are my thoughts. If you have any questions or comments or you disagree, please feel free to email me at jessicaedwards@seacoastrealty.com. Thanks so much for listening. Have a wonderful day.